Hi my fellow Scriabinoids and welcome to the Scriabin Sonatas lesson series. Today's lesson is on the Sonata number 2 in G sharp minor, opus 19. This is a short version of the course. The full version is of course available and the link to purchase it is in the description. I won't be providing any list of references since this is not a scientific work, but rather a personal intake with lots of impressions, information, associations, and exploration of my own interpretational decisions that will hopefully help you in your exploration and study of Alexander Scriabin's works. In addition to the extensive video material, I'm also providing an annotated PDF score with my markings where I am annotating everything that I physically can annotate out of what I'm working through during the entire course. So you will also get a visual guidance in the form of my personal annotated score. If you're getting this course during the first week after this video has been released, there is of course a special discount for you as always. And don't forget to check out the complete album of Alexander Scriabin Sonatas that I have released, as well as the playlist with my tutorials and course demos, and I'm linking that up here. In case you like my teaching style and you would like to take individual lessons with me online, I teach globally. Do not hesitate to contact me through the contact form on my website. The link is again in the description. All the links are of course provided below. So let's talk about the second sonata, Sonata Fantasy in G sharp minor, opus 19, not to be confused with the other early Sonata Fantasy by Scriabin, also in G sharp minor, but very rarely played. That one does not have an opus number since it was a work that he has written quite early. So we are exploring the Sonata number 2. The element of this sonata is water, sea, ocean, according to historical sources. I'm not gonna go into historical research at the moment, but let's just connect with the element, with the image of water, with the ambience of water in this piece, and explore various states that water can bring as a natural element and the meaning that water has in our lives. I will stop with my associations right here and I will let you develop yours, but we are going to literally dive into the sonata, plunge into it. I think the word fantasy comes from this unusual form because it's a 2-movement sonata, and of course the other 2-movement sonata is number 4, but that one already belongs to the sonatas of the middle period. This one is still quite early, was written between 1892 and 1897, as my score indicates. The first movement is very lyrical and extremely deceiving in regards to its difficulty. Please do not underestimate how complex it really is. A lot of people think that since this is slow or relatively slow, it's easier than the second one, and believe me, I would not say so. I think they're both extremely difficult, each in their own way. So the tempo indication is Andante, we have piano, and we will have a lot of interesting temporal fluctuations as well as pedaling fluctuations, and of course the dynamic ones. Who am I trying to trick here, right? There will be, of course, a very large number of big chords. I'm not gonna stop and dissect every single chord and how I break it. I have very small hands. I'm providing a detailed exploration of what to do with large chords, how to roll them, how to voice them, how to stack them, and how to redistribute the material between the hands. For that, please refer to the YouTube video I have made, especially about dealing with larger chords. The sonata starts with the famous call motif. Scriabin has already started using it as early as in this sonata if we talk about the use of his signature motifs, musical gestures in his sonatas. And there is another video I have made where I explore in detail his main 7 signature musical gestures, symbolic motifs. Please refer to that. I'm not gonna analyze in this one what the call is or the other ones. So we have the call in the left hand, and it's a 5th up. Of course, we start with both hands. Piano. So let's see what's happening here. We have a fifth up, and then a sixth, a minor sixth up again. And I think it's very important to show this, because of course we also have in the right hand, but there is this crossed motion of the hands, and I think this B adds a special flavor to this chord. So please do not hide it. Really do show this distance. Now let's talk about the ritenuto and the fermata, the rest with the fermata, and the pedal takeoffs here, because I have heard so many different variations of how this beginning has been played by so many pianists. And let's just look at the score, because if we count 1, 2, 3, approximately 60, right? 1, 2, a ritenuto, 3 with a fermata, and then a pedal off. Of course, I'm talking now, so it took me a little bit longer. But let's just pay attention to all the ritenuto markings, all the fermata markings, and all the pedal takeoff markings. Because if you take the pedal off during the rest, this is not exactly what's written. It's supposed to be at the very end of the rest, briefly inhaling before the next pickup, the next chord, which is pickup to measure 2 in this case. Let me do this now without talking. Right? Let's also pay attention to the hairpin diminuendo, less and less. And the extent to which the ritenuto is going to happen is up to you to decide. Because ritenuto, as opposed to ritardando or rallentando, means already slow. Rallentando and ritardando have the suffix ando, which in Italian means present progressive, the process, so slowing down. And ritenuto means it has already slowed down. I should maybe learn how to say this more poetically. Doesn't matter. So it's already slower than the preceding material. It's not a process of slowing down. It's already significantly slower. It's already a step down, tempo-wise. So once again, it's not about gradually slowing. It's already slower than the first beat. 1, 2, already slower. And then rest with the fermata and continuing in your normal tempo. 1, 2, already slower. I hope that this demonstration was clear and it made sense, and please listen to this rest with the fermata still under the pedal and take it off just before the next chord. Now, let's move on. 25. So nothing new in here. Same thing, a familiar texture up until 29. That's when we're gonna have something new. Let me go over this section from 25 in the medium tempo. That's when we're gonna have something new. 29 and ritenuto forte. So tempo down, take it easy. One of the reasons I think is purely technical, because it's such an uncomfortable place. So everything texturally stays the same, but it's just less convenient. Somehow, so 1, 2, 1, 5, I think, with the G natural here. This is inconvenient, and it has to be 5, 4 in here in the right hand 1, 5, 4, and then one position, 1, 2, 4, 5. This is tricky. So you have to learn your hand choreography in a very slow tempo with relaxation, in a medium tempo that it works in a fast concert tempo for you if you are going to play it on stage or record. And don't think about connecting. It's not possible probably for a normal hand. I don't know. You have to have giant hands to connect that. It's just inconvenient. So you just jump. You have to leap toward the top C double sharp. And also, you might want to really turn your hand here like this to do something very non-conventional. But I think here it's necessary to lay down with your pinky, and maybe you can manage without it. Good for you if you can. For my hand, it works better this way to make sure I hit the right note with the correct amount of weight, and I'm not gonna break the line. And I usually teach my own students that the pinky doesn't work this way. The pinky works this way, or this way if you are stretching, but never this way. That's what I'm doing in this particular place as an exception from all rules. And yes, Scriabin sonatas are pieces when you sometimes need exceptions, to make exceptions from the rules. I sort of do this. I almost lay down, not this much, of course, with half of my finger. And this way, I know I'm gonna open to hit the A with the fourth finger, and that's gonna be enough. Like this. And now, this is familiar, 31. Diminuendo. So hold, of course, and change to 2 in the left hand, and resolve. Tenuto. So beautiful, listen to this. Take off. This was the lesson on the second sonata by Alexander Scriabin. Thank you so much for being with me today, and I hope that this instructional manual, this guidance is going to help you if you're studying this piece. I'm so happy that we are doing this together. This was the short version of the course. Of course, the link to purchase the full version is downwards in the description. Make sure that you also check out my playlist on Scriabin. I'm linking it up here. I hope that this video was helpful and interesting in this case. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe to this channel, and check out my other tutorials. I hope you have a very interesting study process, practice process, and I wish you best of luck. Thank you for being with me. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Also be mindful of the what did I want to say?